Hello and welcome back to the Let's Play of England into Great Britain on EU4 with myself, Apex Ellis. And as we've done in the previous few episodes, we'll just have a quick recap to say what happened in the last episode, which, to be fair, wasn't an awful lot. We have started to expand into the New World. We've got a few islands in the Caribbean, particularly Jamaica, the Bahamas, and the Turks Islands. We did also lose out on our king. He died, and we eventually got Henry the VIII. Well, he's going to be Henry the VII, the Trastamara, so we're going to get a Spaniard on the throne, although I think this one is actually an English Trastamara, to be fair. He's indeed English, but he's got the same as Naples, so maybe that could be a future alliance and royal marriage that we could potentially get a personal union over. So again, we're probably going to be looking like another one where we look at our expansion options. We do know that Brittany is in a succession war, and maybe they could be, after they've been weakened, which it looks like they are losing the war against Hungary, we could maybe look at expanding there. However, we do have to wait until Henry is of age. So without further ado, let's crack on. Grab yourselves your cup of teas, grab an umbrella because rainy season has started, and let's carry on. France claiming defender of the Catholic faith. Bit big for the boots there. Norway yet again asking to be a march. We have no interest in that. Have they started doing what we asked of them? Not yet. Which is again no good for us. We'll just double check to make sure that is what we have done. Yeah, we have told them to start making claims here. By showing it as vital interest, Norway will start to build a spy network and get some claims on. So what I did forget to mention is that obviously we are looking at naming the armies on the famous British regiments. If you could comment, we can even name some of these regiments as names. If you want to leave comments as what you want regiments to be named, and also any future armies or any fleets. At the moment we do have just a Lubeck trade, North trade, Royal Navy, which was our explorers, I believe. Yeah, that was our explorers. And we've got the home fleet. So any comments, if you want us naming, we can get them named and we can see how they do going forward. Again, not much really going on. Grant autonomy to colonial enterprises. We don't want to do that yet. We are got Jamaica. Again, they are struggling because we are competing with Portugal, who has been given the Caribbean by the Pope. It's a shame that we can't. There's no way to kind of like discuss that with the Pope and get them to change their mind on who has the rights to that. It's just automatically done. Portugal. Interesting. So if the monarch dies from Portugal, it does become a member of House de Trastamara, same as us. That could be fun. So we are just going to speed up time a little bit because, like I said at the start, there's nothing we can do. Our king is 8 years old and he's doing nothing at the moment. Our queen died, left the Regency Council, and Talbot here, who is just basically manning the ship till her time is over. As we know, when we die, God judges immediately and decides the soul's fate until it awaits for last judgment. A monk has started a doctrinal dispute that verges on the edge of heresy, claiming that there is no purgatory and saying that prayers for the dead do not assist their passage into heaven. Well, I would say that smells a little bit too much like heresy. We'll go for the Pope power. We will. Oh, they're only peasants. We'll deny the petition and deal with the peasants. Send the Blues and Royals. In we go. Oh, it was one day too late. Well, that's fine. George Middleton wins. We'll repay the loan, and that's all our loans now paid off. Castile wants ducats, but no, we don't give out money. Let's build a workshop in Norfolk. And so we've got that in there. How much of that there? I feel like we'll build one in Cumbria. A naval dockyard, shipyard. Send these back. And we'll go back to 4 speed. Oh, doesn't look like Norway has an army. So we'll stop. Send a Mercian regiment. And we'll deal with Norway's rebels for them as their overlords. Once again, they are generating debt quite quickly. We'll pay it off. We're gonna hit that. I know we've just started to get. We've got the military one there. Well, that's okay. We'll go send the army in. Fight off the rebels. And then next one, trade company investments. Not the best, but we'll take it. Move on. We might need to have a look at investing in Norway's infrastructure as well, if they're struggling, even harder than Scotland struggles. Or even Scotland managing to keep a positive outcome there. There we go. We'll send the army back to England now. Oh, mission to the New World has expired, so we need to click that button again. Where's it gone? Clergy. Make sure we're not getting the uprisings. Back in you go, Mercian. Go back to this 4 speed. And we'll go for the next exploration idea. So looking at it, we can only have a maximum of 1148. So we'll take this now, because otherwise it's just going to be losing mana points. And that also gives us an extra what was it, an extra 2, an extra 1. So now I've got a 25 width. So I think we've missed one somewhere along the line. We'll go with Landsconnect. That one. We did not get colonialism. Let me guess, it was Portugal. No, it was Castile. Alright, let's have a look at these templates that we've got. So that's why we should have gone to. So we're going to go. Wait, is it 20 or 24? 25. So. Just make a new template. And it's going to be Tech 9. So if we go 21, 4, go 2, 3, we'll go 5. Tech 9. And we'll obviously expand these to Tech 9. And then once they've expanded, we'll expand the Mercian. So again, go back to speed 4. And now Henry is 10 years old. Slow boil, that's what we're going to call it. So when he becomes king, we can start having a look at our expansion options. So they've lost, I believe. Brittany lost? Yeah, they've had to give a load of land to France. They lost that war. Blessed we are with a bountiful harvest. Love a bountiful harvest. And that should be... Oh, one more and then we've got the Turks Islands. Oh, 2 more it's going to be. So we're going to do... Going to throw 2 into there, so we've got a nice round figure in London. We'll send... Build a... No, wait, we'll build... How much? We're going to build 3 of these to bring down our governing capacity. Seeing as we're going to be now doing a bit of expanding in the home provinces. Started with London and then we're going to move on to there in a minute. The Turks Islands, I think sugar's good enough. We'll go with sugar there. We'll now send... What should we send? Let's send some Highlanders. No. Norman, Cornish, Basque. We'll send Francium. We'll send some from Alencon. And we'll go back to speed 4. And now we can also expand these to Tech 9. And then it looks like Jamaica's going to be ready by the end of the year, which is nice. Then we'll just do one more expansion probably onto here, and at that point we should have a colony and they can expand. Oh, Portugal expanding there. Very interesting. So Jamaica, sugar is sufficient. Good riddance. And you know, actually we will just do the islands. We'll let Portugal have the two big islands, and we'll do island hopping. Feel that's a bit themier. Oh wait, no, that wasn't the one I was meant to go for, was it? I was meant to go for Aruba recall. That one. There we go. Got to speed 4. Let's have a look what's going on here. The Tyrant region. Blood feuds are the kind of things that make realms collapse, but they are as old as human beings itself. Our region, Ant Albert, thinks being in power is a golden opportunity to get rid of some political enemies and adversaries. He as an Anne? Okay. Is using his power as a regent to mostly attack any voice that speaks against him, or his faction, or even they do not, just because he can. Of course, the other factions are not especially happy with how things are being done and might try to retaliate. We are in a crossroad where we have to decide what we should do. Should we intervene? This is tyranny, and we'll explode in our face if we allow this to happen. Young Henry knows right from wrong, and he will not tolerate this. We're going to go into a new year. And we're going to go with Chester can go up to 2, Hull can go up to 4. Let's have a look, see what we've got here. There's nothing really vastly appealing. I'll go with this one. But then we'll do the Sugar Act. And that's automatically passed. So we've now got increased chance to discover sugar until 1517. And we get colony development boost +1. And we'll build shipyard there, and we'll build in Hull and Leicester. We'll go to court chamber, hold people accountable. Court of the Star Chamber. And how are we doing on our military caps? We're still well over the naval force limit. Bit over on land force limit, so we do need to sort that out. Sorry to go quiet, but there's not an awful lot going on. Again, we are waiting on Henry. He's got a couple of years yet so he can start becoming the monarch we all know he's destined to be. That's right, gets to the throne, will die within a day, because he's a 555. Portugal has now got an heir. That's a shame. We'll get more prestige. And we are going to improve relations with Portugal, because if we're not careful, they are going to fall out with us. So, comes to a new year, and we'll go with Leicester can have 3, so they're now 555. And we'll build Inco and Cairn. And let's start with one of those just to increase our unit capacity. We'll go to 5 speed through this year. We are literally just, I've said it many times now already, in a very short space of time, but we are literally just waiting. Going for a long stand, we are. Bring that back down. We've got. We'll go up to Kent. Maybe about a 665. And Hampshire can have one. And we'll go Coventry can have one of those. The final point for the Age of Discovery. Let's have a look, see how these colonies have developed with the bonuses that we've stacked up. So Jamaica is an 885. That is top tier. Let's have a look, see what Portugal's are being. 342. See, look, they're not competing there really, are they? 552. Yes, that's not too bad. Turk Islands 553. The Bahamas 443. 451 at the moment for Puerto Rico. Aruba 331. That's obviously without the bonuses being applied yet. And we now have colonialism. Puerto Rico's got sugar, so that's going to stay as sugar. And we'll go with May the Madonna forgive them. Give us a couple of extra papal influence that we can't use because we're annoying the Pope. Sorry, Mr. Pope, but you made the wrong decision. Don't you realise that the colonies are England's birthright, not Portugal's? We will have to remedy your wrong choice in the future. So we can see that we've now got all the estates are now over 50%, so we'll seize land. And then, so we've got that there, so let's go with Essex can be expanded. We'll build one of these in Calais, and we're also going to expand one of our centres of trade. Go through another year. Aha! Here we have it. Henry VII de Trastamare has now taken the throne. And Henry is an educated king and has gotten an extra admin. So, good news. Some minor issues. But good news is we now have a king. Which means suddenly we can actually start doing things again. And we'll probably look at expanding into Brittany and taking some Brittany lands. Or have... Nope, Norway still has yet to make claims. Aruba has got fish. That's not what we wanted really, Aruba. That's a bit disappointing. But Puerto Rico having sugar, that's nice. Or maybe we need to sort out Tunis because they do keep raiding us, which is... It's just not fair, it's not cricket. Or maybe we could look at... We could go into Malta and take Malta. And take Crete. In fact, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do next. We are going to go for that as our next expansion, I think, rather than going for Brittany. We'll do our final bits against Aragon before anything happens to them. Or maybe we'll need to look at Tunis and putting them back in their place. That is the turn of a new year. We're going to go with that one and that one. And we'll now start expanding everywhere, I think. We'll send these into the board. We will unmothball the fleet, or the main fleet. And then we'll take this one. So we can see we've got a big upgrade coming in from the last tech upgrade. We are just, while we're preparing for this war, we are just going to go up to 4 speed. After Virtual giving us a chance to catch up their technical. Go on then, we'll take it. I'm going to send the fleet over there. So when we declare war on Aragon, we will bring in Genoa and Venice. The intention will be to take Crete from them, and then we're going to look at a jump onto Cyprus from Crete and have a war against the Mamluks. Appoint new diplomats, because why not? Right, let's have a war. And Genoa and Venice are not going to partake in it. It's interesting. So probably not going to be as long a war as I thought it might be. We're going to quickly take Malta. And then take as much of Aragon as we can. In as quick a period as we can. Chester, we'll expand Chester and we'll expand Carmarthen. And Lincolnshire can get expanded as well. Let's have a look at see what we build in. Carmarthen can have a workshop. Of course, got the war taxes. Like I said, the war's going to be very small, very quick, I think. Not with a war, more like a pleasant stroll in Iberia and the Mediterranean rather than a war. In the meantime, we'll start claiming some provinces in Brittany. Malta has now been taken, so we'll grab them and bring them back into the board. Or in fact we'll put them on the island because I don't know where that fleet's going. Where's that fleet go? We'll intercept it. Or attempt to. Got them. Navarre has fallen. That's the two fleets fight. So where did their army go? Their army went somewhere. There's an army. We'll land the mercenary regiment here. We'll take the technology cost minus 10% for 30 years. From the Byzantine refugees. But don't worry, we might be sorting those out. We'll take this one. We'll take an Oscar. And we've got government reform. Of course, we're going to go for the Royal Marines. Be rude not to. Portugal and Carabas making quick expansion there. Again, that's okay. We're going to look to the north soon. We're going to send the Blues and Royals under George Middleton to go deal with the Second Army of Aragon, which implies there's a First Army somewhere, but I've not seen it. And that is the Aragonese. Oh, France declare war on Brittany. It's going to be a big one. Right, so we're not really interested in the rest of Aragon, so we are going to say we want Malta, we want war reps, we want some ducats, and I think that'll be it. We don't need much else. There we go, that's the war done. Like I said, nice quick war. Make that a core now. And Henry has his first war, and he's done what his real life counterpart didn't manage to do. Have a victory that meant something, that gained land. Granted, it's a tiny island in the middle of the Mediterranean, but we've gained some land. Let's go to the new year. So we have now lost any conquest against Aragon because we have now taken all their islands in the Med. And we will just do a few expansions. We'll expand Chester. And we will expand Somerset. Yeah, and Dorset. Building wise, we'll build a workshop in Chester. We'll build one of the estate house, a courthouse in Carmarthen. Anyway, I think that's a good place to stop this episode here. Henry has come to the throne. He's a 655 and he gives us the reformist all the time. We've taken Malta as his first conquest, and we are looking in the Caribbean. We're going to get Aruba and Puerto Rico very soon. From there we'll then move to going on to the mainland of the New World. So that's all for now. Remember to leave a like, leave a comment if you want any of the units or regiments named after something that you would like. Like I said, at the moment we've only got Lubeck Trade and North Trade, so obviously we could do with some names for them, as well as the regiments are all literally just for generic regiment names of London's 5th Regiment. So leave a comment and we can start renaming stuff. And until next time, have a good evening, and remember, rule Britannia.